All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Makes the score Browns 7, Texans nothing.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Texans get over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he's got the completion to Hopkins. That's good for a first down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Where are they, team? 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
They go play action. Mariota. That's complete to John Ross. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Again, it's Mariota. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jayon Brown. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try the right side with Jones. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 3 bucks.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mariota. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mariota. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
The first down carry here for Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A 3-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, Mayfield being chased out left. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So that flag will cost them 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's first and 10.
You ready? One. Check your hot read. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They will run with Grant. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
He was brought down by Denzel Ward.
36.
On second down now, it's Grant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed, getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3. at the 19-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Get him! Get him! Get him!
On play action, Mariota. He gets this one to Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Check safety, check safety. Kill. H3, 218, chopper.
On 2nd down, it's Grant. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, team 6.
Mayfield down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. On 3rd down. It's Daniels. They'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. Now Scarborough. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. This is Jones. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Well, going deep here for Taylor. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
You got nothing. Three.
Throwing, Mariota. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Mayfield on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Damian Bradley.
Let's stop.
Texans fans, because it's
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Watch twins. Watch.
Hey, on 133.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This is taken around the 12. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mariota. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That'll put him north of 100 yards receiving now in this divisional round game. It's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Mariota. It's complete to Hopkins. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
A short gain that doesn't get him the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Wells. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota. Open man is Ross, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a catch made by Hopkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. David Johnson. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. Up to the line, Mariota. His guys will go for 2 here. Working out of the gun, Mariota. This is caught. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To throw, Mayfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Hey, we're 33. Hey, high 7. Hurry, hurry.
Blue there.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45, 30, 20, 10, and they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep it on the ground. Daniels. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Ready? Blue ready.
54 Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
One.
It's run, fellas. It's run.
And some space here. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. John Ross, 37 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the number 1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Quit talking about it.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, second down.
Right there, 54.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup there for the Browns. 15 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go, baby.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Daniels. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.